Good day, everybody. Sorry for that late start. Let's call it technical issues. OBS, streaming, it's fun. You'll see the technical issues right below. Welcome, everybody. It's been 2 weeks. How are you all doing?
Scared. You've had 2 weeks to do this. Plan your evil doings.
To fuck us over.
Yeah.
Let's start at the top there. Mr. Second Class Elitist, or John Andrews. How's your last 2 weeks been?
A little bit hectic, but we're holding up.
I've got a question quickly. What the hell was that woman with the mask doing on your stream?
Huh?
There was like, I saw a thumbnail of your stream, and you were sitting there, and there was like this giant window capture thing with a woman with like a freaking mask on or something.
Oh, Friday nights, I have a arrangement to co-stream Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
And the woman that you saw is a character called Rosemary.
Ah.
She is a professional wrestler whose character concept in Impact Wrestling is that she's basically a demon hunter. Impact has this whole subset of characters that are all supernaturally based. And she's one of the good guys of that subset. So that's probably the thumbnail you saw.
Ah, probably, yeah.
Good stuff.
It is. I sat there, I'm like, what's Second Class into nowadays?
All kinds of crazy stuff.
All kinds of crazy stuff, yes, indeed.
Sounds like a fun time.
And Sean, how are you feeling, buddy?
Me?
Last
Wow.
time we we spoke on this thing, you were like, I'm dying.
I'm
dying.
dying.
Yeah.
So we first thought it was a cold, and then after 3 days I went back to the doctor, and then I went to go see a different doctor, and she says, no, you've got bronchitis.
Holy fuck, Nutter.
Oh, that could be really bad.
That's a
I
little
was
bit different than a
taking
cold.
vitamins while I was supposed to be taking
Antibiotic,
antibiotics.
yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
No, but
Wow.
I'm good. I'm just happy that I'm on my holiday now,
Mm.
because exams were killing me.
That's cool. Oh yeah, it's holiday
It's good.
season. Wait, holiday time? Yeah, it's holidays. Fucking
holidays
hell.
now.
Yeah. And the interesting Theodora Sinclair or Luna Sanguine. How's your last 2 weeks been?
My last 2 weeks have been pretty interesting. We've had crazy weather. It's gone from 30 degrees to thunder and lightning and storms and hail within a week. Our basement flooded. That was a great great time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Damn.
So apart from that, it was just,
What do
yeah.
you keep in a basement? As a South African who doesn't know the concepts of
We do-
basements.
Well, the
Guys,
basement
we
is,
all know she has her mannequins in there that she puts cement.
No, it's our garage, but there's a lot of paint and the washing machine and tumble dryers down there. There's my husband's workshop, all these tools. Yeah.
Okay.
And now the Weber, because we had a braai in the rain, so we put the Weber into the basement to braai there.
Hey, you're South African. You kept
I
on
took a
braying.
photo.
That's how you can
I
tell
took
a
a
true South
photo, like,
African.
Angled, like there's the Weber, and then like outside it's just pissing with rain.
Mm.
And I sent it to my dad. It's like, ons gaan nou braai.
Yeah.
That's how you
Come-
can tell a true South African. No matter the weather, no matter the...
Yeah.
If we're braaiing, we're braaiing.
Yeah. And Minimay. See, you've moved.
I did, into the dark with a glooming figure behind me.
Yeah, looming
Yeah.
figure and everything. Yeah.
It's sad to say it took 2 weeks to move because I was so lazy unpacking everything.
And
But yeah.
wait a minute. Then something's happening on the 19th.
Nothing's happening.
Now,
one's-
should we wish you a happy birthday now or next Saturday?
It's up to
We're-
you guys. Either I might be dead by next week Saturday because I'm gonna be so old. I might crumble up and die.
Yeah, okay, cool. Happy birthday, Minimay.
Thank you.
I don't want you to die.
Birthdays.
Mhm.
The GM is a birthday
Elsa's
boy.
birthday today. Yeah.
Mm.
Thank
So
you.
happy birthday, Zaffa!
Thanks.
Trying to hide behind mine.
I'm trying to throw it out there and like just move on.
No.
Yeah, well, I've had an interesting. We're gonna make this a very, very quick thing. I've had an interesting 2 weeks. Grandfather passed away, and we did his funeral last week, Friday, and then I fell ill, as you guys can probably hear. It gave me 2 weeks to plan, but I literally only planned like I spent 1 day planning this thing. Like the outline of this session was planned in 1 day, and like the rest of the time it's like, let's add this, let's add this. No, we can't kill them yet. Don't kill them here. That's basically what I set up.
Okay.
See how it is.
But okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, you guys ready? Welcome everybody. Let's just get a couple of things out of the way. We've got a Patreon, patreon.com/City of Thorns. If you want to support us there, it's greatly appreciated. All tips are going towards the cast. During this session, we'll go towards the cast at the end of the month. And this is a game about monsters. We do shitty things. We do things that's out of character. Please keep in mind that it is a game. The character does not necessarily reflect how we as humans or actual people interact with other people. Or it's not.
Guys, I'm really not cheating on Badger. Can we put that to
We're
rest?
so much better than the people we're playing in this game.
Yeah.
Honest, really.
Yeah.
Please don't call the cops.
Interestingly enough, Minnie May brought up an interesting fact. She's not cheating on her husband. She's playing a character that's her character. Okay, just putting that out there. Please. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. And yeah, just give me a few seconds again. I'm gonna have to mute myself at least on the stream. So, let's do a quick recap. What do you guys remember of last week?
They fucked
Last
up.
time. They fucked up.
up.
They fucked up. Okay.
I fucked up. I
Mhm.
did too.
Yeah.
Fine.
What else? Come on, what do you guys remember? Do I need to?
Okay, so quick recap from what I remember.
Mhm.
Second and I killed the dude.
Mm-hmm.
We got the vial. We kind of dove into my character's past a little bit and to what the vial could originate from.
Mm-hmm.
We incapacitated another man, which Kyle just went up and snapped his neck when he was passed out on the table. Well, he wasn't passed out, he was paralyzed, so he's still awake.
Yeah.
And we were going to move on to Luna, who was going to make a statue out of him.
A wonderful masterpiece.
A wonderful masterpiece.
A
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful masterpiece.
Second class elitist, any extra info there? Anyone else want to add to that?
Nope, I think we're pretty solid.
You're pretty
think-
Although
solid.
I keep getting confused as to why people think that, everything working according to plan is us fucking up. Maybe there's other stories going on that you're not thinking of.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. But I know I fucked up because I didn't kill my guy, but I also kind of said something that might sit on him.
It's going to
for a
come
while.
out to bite you.
It's
in the
gonna
ass.
bite me hard. I'm waiting. I've been like mentally thinking, what is Zaffa gonna do with this information?
What does Kubus look like? Can you remember?
Blonde,
Oh, you asking?
good rugby boy,
Is he a
wasn't he?
redhead?
I feel like he's a redhead.
He was
too,
a
for some
ginger.
reason.
Yeah.
Oh, was he a ginger?
Redhead.
Everybody was for
For a session
Except
or
the-
for the first
DJ.
session.
yeah.
Every single person, he's a ginger.
Mm.
Apparently
You
now
can
we
be a
know that
ginger.
Zaffa has a
You
type.
get a be a ginger. Yeah, I don't have Corpus written down. I guess I was just too bedazzled by his eyes.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Any other interesting characters you guys remember specifically?
It was the DJ.
Mhm.
Then there was the dude that Second and I killed, who took the vial and then went berserk.
Mhm.
He was pretty
Detective.
memorable.
I think Mini May's performance still tops like everything that we did.
I
the
don't know
last
why.
game.
I feel me because I feel like Zaffa's putting me on the sideline now. So you're pointing. It's like Minnie, you're staying away from this. I don't know why, but does anyone know? I have this note and it's bugging me. I said next step, watch Star Kitchen. Does anyone know what that is?
Next step, watch what?
Star
Star
Kitchen? No
Kitchen.
idea.
Okay,
No
cool.
idea.
Because like it's been bugging me. I don't get what it is, but it's in my notes. I was wondering if it maybe anyone knows what I was trying to write 2 weeks ago.
No.
No clue.
Okay, Star Kitchen is Sterretjies Kombuis in area in Bloemfontein.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah, I
That
remember
is
what I was gonna
Kombuis.
do. Okay, I know what I want to do today. Cool.
Okay, cool.
I was like, what the fuck, Star Kitchen?
Okay, now for the intro. Now let's start this wonderful, wonderful chapter, episode, whatever you want to call it. You hear a voice saying, "If only you were undead."
Mm.
Camera
Oh, that
fades in.
Yeah, that.
Camera fades in, and you see a ginger guy shaking his head, getting off the hood of the car. Is that the correct American term?
Yeah, the hood, the bonnet.
The
We'll
hood-
make you a Yankee at Zuffa.
Yeah, the hood of his car. And you see him looking around, and you see like sun is just beginning to rise over Bloemfontein. And in the background, you hear, this time you recognize it, you hear Olivia's voice saying, "If only you were undead." He shakes his head, adjusts his clothes, looks for his car keys, gets in his car, and he drives down from the hill overlooking Bloemfontein. And as the camera pans up to see the new dawn of a day, you hear the voice one more time. "If only you were undead."
Rubbing salt in the wound.
It is the next night. If I remember correctly, John and Sean went to John's place.
Yes, John was kind enough to offer me a temporary place of stay.
Yeah, and Olivia and Theodora is at Theodora's place.
We're having a sleepover.
You're having a
Yeah,
sleepover.
fancy.
Slumber party.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
So, Theodora,
Yeah.
take the stage. What do you do when you... Theodora and Olivia, what do you do when you wake up?
Well, I wake up and I immediately go into my bathroom area to make sure that I am well presented and fresh for the night. So I'll do my hair, I'll do my makeup, I'll make sure that I'm looking, 100% to the nines before I let anybody else see me.
And I walk into the bathroom while she's getting all dolled up, push her aside, take water, splash my face, scruff up the hair, put on my jacket, and put some water under my armpits and walk out. A little soap too, getting a little clean,
Gorgeous.
but then I walk out.
Wow, no interaction whatsoever?
Nope, we're
Oh
just,
my
we're just.
So I'd be like,
Females, man.
Olivia, how can you be so barbaric? Come on.
Have you ever lived on the road
Would
before?
you
No
like
one's
to
got
have a quick
time.
shower? I mean, by yourself?
Where's the
goodness.
fun in by yourself? God. Plus, I have to run. I have to go get some stuff. I'll be back and I'll do the shower and stuff, but I gotta hustle right now. Nighttime, it does not last that long here.
Well, this is true, but okay.
By the way,
Thank you for that eye-opening presentation of your morning.
do you have any silver bowls? Like silverish?
bowls? I should have
bowl?
some.
Can I borrow for some like blood rituals a little later? Just small ones.
There is a storeroom upstairs
Upstairs?
where I keep where I keep things for my presentations. But
Wait. I'm not gonna be using bowls that you used for, the whole
Oh no! These are for if I have an exhibition. So they normally filled with
Okay.
Sweets or hors d'oeuvres.
Okay. As long as
or-
it's, not contaminated with, I don't know, the
No.
murder of
It's
cement.
it's how can I say human friendly. So
Human friendly.
you are welcome to whichever silver bowl you can find in the storeroom.
And do you
It might be
guys
a bit
have like
dusty. Just
well,
maybe
that's fine, I can dust it off. And do you know where I can get vials, like tiny little vials, just for some experiments? I learned a new trait past 3 days. I want to test it out. Is there like a craft store I can break into? Like a Michael's?
There is
You guys have
a
Michael's?
craft store, now that you speak of it, down the road,
Mm-hmm.
next block over, to your left.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
To the left.
Mhm,
Like
to the left.
Beyonce's box for ex-boyfriend.
Yes, to the left. All right, and
To the
then
left.
you
Got it.
you down that road, second shop
Mhm.
next to the gas station. There should be a craft shop there.
Craft shop.
Can
And
I
any other?
I just want to point out
Yes.
something brilliantly. The way you described it. Aside from the
accurate.
shops and everything, but the gas station is actually there.
Okay, great.
A little bit psychic.
Well done. Well done.
Do you need anything while I'm, scavenging through the city?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Nothing for your little
I'm
craft.
perfectly fine. I'm happy. I need to
Yeah.
actually get upstairs.
Do you need some more
and,
blemish to cover the whole thing you got going on? No, you good? Okay, I'll be back
no,
in like.
I only wear Bobby Brown.
But who the fuck's Bobby Brown? Is that like a person? Do you like murder someone and turn them into foundation? It's kind of creepy.
No, it's a makeup brand. Come
That could work.
on, Olivia.
You're weird. I will be back in like 20 minutes. I'll see you later.
Alright.
Oh, by the way, I wouldn't use that toothbrush. I kind of needed it.
Oh,
And then I exit the store.
and I kind of pick it up and I just throw it away. No. So from
Great
then
start.
I will.
Great start.
I will go upstairs into my studio and I will start preparing things.
Okay, as you enter, holy crap, my dog just farted. As you enter the studio, there's on one of the tables there's like a note with 3 or 4 designs. Like 3 or 4 like designs, like weird golden inlay leaf-like things. It looks like someone got to your place. Someone left it there for you to choose what invitations for your event in 3 nights.
Ah, yes.
The one looks crap. I can't look now. The one is basically like it's a black piece of paper with golden inlaid leaves and branches and everything. It's like you're cordially invited to, the whole thing. The other one, it's exactly the same thing, but only with red leaves and stuff. And the third invite pattern is basically just a giant rose with lettering in front of it on a black piece of paper.
All right.
And the note says, choose one and we'll send out the invites tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. This is a lovely surprise. Someone's been doing their job around here. Oh, I like the red, but the gold just has that certain flair to it. All right. I'm going to send the gold one out.
Okay, cool. You set it aside and you leave a little note saying this one.
Mhm.
Cool. And your assistant actually knows who to send it out to. And for the other people that you want to send it out to, you'll just have to maybe get someone that's got a car to deliver the crap. Maybe.
Maybe.
Cool. So you get into your studio.
Yes.
The poor person is still lying there. Luckily he's been preserved.
Yes,
So
it's been
far.
preserved.
Mm.
But I have posed him in a certain way, and I have kind of wrapped wire around him in certain points, and I've marked them off with tape. at certain points on the wire, and then I get my cement and I start pasting the cement over him and kind of layering it and layering it and layering it just until the point on the tape.
Hmm. Ah, you're
And I wait
actually
for it
doing an
to-
artistic thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So then I wait for it to. I need to wait for the cement to set before I can carry on with it. So it's about, I would say, that thick
Okay, cool. Cool.
cement.
So you get to doing that. Olivia,
Yes.
you're on your way to where exactly?
To the crop store next to the gas station. Down the road, over a block, turn left. There it is.
That, okay. It's a quaint little shop. Strangely enough, it's open at this time of night.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn it! Now I have to pay for shit.
Yeah. Strangely enough, it's open. It is run by a little old lady.
Oh.
For lack of a better term, she looks like she could be your classical witch. You know, hunched over, wearing mostly black, high Terry Pratchett like classic witch, black boots, you know, and
Yeah.
it's a craft store, and there's garlic hanging around in the craft store. There's like a couple of clothes of garlic hanging, a couple of crosses, and your normal craft things.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Defeats the point of coming. Okay. So I get into the shop and I go straight
Mhm.
to the old lady. I'm kind of shocked, like, you know.
Mhm.
Anyway. Sorry, do you by any chance have tiny little vials?
Hello, dearie. Vials?
Hi.
What do you mean vials?
I guess
Like-
that's kind of a...
Like vials, like they do in that dragons game, like potion vials.
Yeah, kind of like tiny little portable potion vials, you know, for,
Like-
you know, I don't know, hypothetically I'm playing an RPG and I kind of want to put blood in and go, you know.
Tiny, or do you mean like tiny?
No, tiny. I'm not gonna bleed out myself. Like tiny. I need it for this like RPG game I'm doing. Have you ever played RPG? You look like you've played RPG. Like, look
You're-
at you. You look great. You
Are
Do
you
you
into
use
the
that Bobby
LARPs?
Clean?
What?
What?
Are you into the
What?
LARPs? LARPs?
Yes, live action roleplay. Hell yeah, we use like
My
that
grandson
rock, paper,
is.
scissors.
Whoa.
You know?
Yeah, my grandson is into that. That's
Sounds
why
like he's a great guy.
he is. He is. Vials, unfortunately, not. We can give you the items to make some of them.
More effort than I assumed. Oh, do you have those little things that you put beads in? You know, those little, when you take beads, you get like a little plastic tube. You put them in. You have those.
Oh yes, yes. You want beads? And she points
Well-
you towards like a whole rack of beads.
Yeah, I guess I need some jewelry. According to Theodora, I'm kind of barbaric.
Mm-hmm.
That way, cool. So I go towards the beads and I look for the little tubies and I start putting random beads in just to fill it up. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 8 of them
Mm-hmm.
and I go back to the old lady. So how much for these 8?
She looks it over and she's like, 150 rand.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
Yes.
You gotta be trolling me, Gran.
I'm not
No,
a
wait,
troll. I'm a
this-
gran.
You look like a troll.
I take
This is
offense to
100.
that.
Okay. How much for like the stuff to make the vials?
And she glances around and looks at all the items and figure out the price. Well, if you want, like, just for show, the cheapest that would get you is about 200. It's paper mache and some mold and she starts rambling off a lot of, like, artistic... I have no idea what artistic ingredients are.
Dora.
Yeah.
God, I just endured this for freaking 3 days. I don't want to hear this again. Okay, listen. I will be right back. I'm going to obtain some money.
We'll be open all night, honey. And she smiles at you.
All night.
Yes.
You
We
don't
serve a
open during the
different
day?
sort of clientele here sometimes.
Okay, I'll be right back. And I head out the store and back down to Theodora.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Just
get
roll
into
me as you leave the store. Roll me a wits and awareness, please.
Wits and awareness. Is
Your
that the
awareness
right order?
wits. Awareness wits.
Okay, I was about to say I can't remember which way we do it.
Mm.
Submit. I rolled 1 success. Oh, bad roll, Minnie. I mean, Olivia. Yeah, 1 success.
Mm-hmm. Let me just quickly do this. 1 success. Okay, you notice nothing. As you return, now I'm gonna. This happens at the same time for everybody. But as you return on your way to Theodora, all of you get a message from Kyle, stating just a WhatsApp group message,
Wait, I have a
stating,
phone?
yeah, you all have phones.
You're allowed. You have a phone, honey. We granted you a phone and a curse.
The modern day, you have a phone.
Yeah, and it just says, listen, it just says, don't mention the fact about the lab to Mistress M.
Oh, the Baron.
Yes.
Okay, so on your way back,
So
Wait.
yeah, into the store.
yeah. No, on your
Okay,
way
so
back, on your way back to Theodora, we're quickly gonna jump to John and Sean.
Oh, okay, yeah.
John, you wake up. Tell us how your... Now, we're going to use South African slang here, but it's apparently not the correct term. But tell us how your shack looks. What your shack looks like.
So basically, the area that we're in is the street level of what this is just a drug shack on the bad side of town. But there is here we would basically call it a storm shelter, but it's basically a concealed dugout area underneath of it. Which has like finished walls, so it's clean, but it is what it is. But it's a completely underground area hidden underneath the building. It's not very large, but it's, probably about the size of a studio apartment, if that.
That's like 5 by 5 or 6 by 6.
Yeah. So enough room to hide under, but not anything extravagant.
Okay. You wake up. And Sean, you both wake up roughly at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 6:30 at night. And what do?
So, Sean, what are we supposed to have done today? I'm sure we're going to have to talk to her ladyship at some point.
I really don't want to, considering what happened last time. But if we don't have a choice, I guess we'll go. I did, however, want to contact Kyle to see if he did manage to because I did see, I don't know if you saw the message that he sent.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he did manage to find a lab of some sorts. I would love to see what he has available and see if we can get some more information out of whatever's in this vial. Other than
That sounds
I'm
like a
pretty
good place to
hungry. I don't know
start.
about you.
My schedule's surprisingly open.
Just a quick thing. Can everybody roll me a rouse check? I forgot it. You're waking up.
Oh yeah. So
What's the rouse check?
Rouse. It's at the bottom.
Right at the bottom, yeah. Theodora, you gain a hunger. Olivia, you're not
0.
hungrier. Sean, you're not hungrier. Wait, sorry,
So Theodore's the
Olivia.
only one.
You're the only one. Everybody else rolled a 10.
Told you should have
that.
eaten him if you're gonna kill him. But no, I don't eat my art.
Just a quick thing, our rolls usually do show up, but for some reason OBS decided today we're not gonna have there's no possible way I can show the rolls at all. I wish I could. But yeah, so you're not hungrier at all. Except for Theodora. You gain a hunger. So you're
I
at
gain a
hunger,
hunger.
what? Hunger 1? Hunger
It's
2?
up 2 now.
At 2. Okay, cool. You will need to feed reasonably soon. I mean, if you gain another hunger point, you're gonna start running into trouble. Yeah. You're gonna have to feed soon. Well, sometime at least. Cool, so what do you guys want to do again? You want to contact Kyle with regards to what exactly?
The lab.
The lab. There, as you're scurrying around in the shack, in the shantytown shack, there's a pamphlet shoved underneath your door there, John. What it basically says, it's an advertisement for a fight happening between Jack and Jim the Destructor Stevens tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, and it shows you the address. It's somewhere in the shanty town. Funnily enough, it's an open area. It's like outside in the open air.
All right, makes me a little bit nervous, but we can go with it.
So that's happening tomorrow night. So if you want to remember it, then
Hey, Sean. You ever been to the fights? I hold up the flyer.
I've been in fights, but I've never been to a fight where I'm not included.
Well, then tomorrow should be an interesting experience.
Who?
okay, cool. Yeah, you guys woke up a little bit later than these two did, than Olivia and Theodora. So that's why you got the message earlier.
Typical.
Right, that's why you got the message as you woke up. Because Theodora wanted to start her shit and wanted to get everything done. So she woke up and then you woke up and like, fuck it, let's
takes
just...
time. It doesn't
Yeah.
just happen.
Exactly.
And I couldn't sleep with her banging her bob all over the place.
Okay, cool. So you've got the flyer. You want to contact Kyle and everything.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I guess you phone him.
Let's get Kyle up in this business.
He picks up. Hello. Damn it!
Hey,
All my
Kyle.
voices are gonna sound the same today because I've still got a bit of a throaty thing going. Hello.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, fucker.
Warm welcome. That message you sent us. Did you
Yeah.
actually find a place where we can conduct the business as I asked you the last time?
Yeah. I can take
Alright.
you to it if you want to.
That would be
I'm
awesome.
just a little bit busy doing some things. I'm gonna be busy for about 2-3 hours.
2-3 hours.
If you know where the bar is at where you were last night, it's the closest hospital to that.
Closest hospital. John, you know this place. Apparently there's a hospital close to a bar.
Yeah,
All
there
right, I
is.
know where that
Yeah.
is at least.
Do you know it? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Then I guess we'll see you there in about 2-3 hours.
Alrighty. Now don't go and fuck things up, you little fucker. And he puts the phone down.
He's
Okay.
your biggest fan. He really is.
Yeah, I can see that.
Cool. So what are you guys gonna do now after you phoned him? John and Sean.
I have no idea.
Are you hungry at
How
all?
long is it going to take us to get there without a vehicle?
You can literally just, if you walk at human pace, you'll be there in time. You'll be there by the time. Yeah, it'll take you about an hour and a half to get there.
Okay.
That's far.
Yeah, how it looks, it's basically Mystic, and in the same street as the giant hospital. And next to the giant hospital is a giant ass mall with the garage that Olivia walked past. And then that in the street crossing going between the hospital and the mall, if you go up that street, it is where Theodora's thing is. If you want to walk to her place, it'll take you what, 2 hours? Literally a 30-minute walk from the hospital.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start heading towards the hospital first, and if anything happens along the way, it'll happen along the way.
Okay, cool.
What happens, man.
So you make your way to the hospital. As you walk in this area of town, John, a lot of people do recognize you. A lot of your people, a lot of people you basically, and some of them ask you about, is this your kid? Or whose kid is this? Is this yours? What's your general response to that?
Well, I certainly don't want to take responsibility for him in any way, so let's just say that, he's the son of an old friend and visiting.
Okay, cool. Sean, are you moving quietly? I'm referring to one of your things.
All those pesky things.
Yeah, let's rather go around quietly. I think I draw enough attention as.
So you generally walk quietly, if I remember correctly. Let me just confirm that.
Yeah, which one is that again? Good God, do you remember which one that is?
Yeah, it is the second one at the bottom. The second one. Not giving too much away.
No.
And it's free, so you can basically use it at will. John, everybody is... They seem to notice him before they hear him, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You don't have to rouse whatsoever, Sean. It's a free thing.
Oh,
yeah, it's a free thing. And you do notice that when he's next to you, you only hear your own footsteps.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of obfuscation going on. Good to know.
Yeah. It's his thing. And if you walk past people, they'll look at you, and then fucking you're behind them, you walk behind them, they turn around, they see you, and they're like, hi, and then they're like, ah, and then they see the kid, you can see they're clearly...
He's soft-footed, it's fine.
Yeah, and he clearly, something about him puts everybody ill at ease. You've realized that. Every time that he's involved, especially humans, are like a little bit weirded out.
Okay.
You're used to this because fuck it,
Yeah, exactly.
But
it's worth noting, but not worth worrying about.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You make your way there without any interruptions. Eventually you get past Mystic. And I'd like you, John, to roll me a d10. But before you do, choose odds or evens.
Let's go with evens.
Okay.
How do I do just a...
/R space d10.
And that would be not an even.
Okay. Okay, you walk past Mystic and you see a familiar face. And he sees you.
It's the guy from the other night?
It's the guy from the other night. I'm gonna find... Yeah, it's Michael from the other night.
Excellent.
And let me see here. I made a I made a note here. Let me see. Oh crap! What the hell am I doing? Oh. He sees you. You lock eyes for a minute. If you want to do something, you tell me now. But he's like, he looks at you and is like, just continues on drinking.
All right, so I'm gonna give Sean a look and then sidestep towards the nightclub for a minute.
Okay. Sean, what do you do?
I don't know. Is there like a park nearby? Maybe some
There's
swing?
only the giant parking area across Mystic.
Is there only the giant parking area?
Yeah. It's
Maybe
quite
like-
empty now. It's about 8 o'clock at night. Well,
Maybe like a
6:30,
stray dog
7:30.
or a stray cat
7:30, 8
around?
o'clock-ish. Yeah.
Is it like a stray dog or a stray cat around? Maybe I can keep myself intrigued.
Yeah, sure. They are.
It's always dangerous when statements start with, "Is there a stray animal around?"
No! Not like that.
Yeah, there's a stray dog, not a stray bunny, but a stray dog. Yeah, we've got stray bunnies in my neighborhood for some reason.
Yeah, I go over to
He's-
the dog and I like slowly approach it, see if it's
You slowly approach it.
freaked out by me.
It's freaked out by you. It
Goddamn.
runs off. It runs off. Somewhere in the distance, you hear a cat go.
Get
You do that so well.
It's not only humans, it's animals as well.
Hmm.
Okay, I guess I just walk up and down the parking lot. Maybe ask one of the guards if I can smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And just wait for John to come back out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you bum a smoke from one of the guards, and he looks at you and he's like, "So, did you take a photo of that drunk guy for his bachelor's thing? Where's the photos?"
Ah, fuck, man. You know, we went to the lake and the boat capsized that we were on. So all of our phones are like dead. The electronics, it's all.
Oh,
It's
so
all
you
waterlogged,
so
man.
you went to Marcy's. I don't think a boat could fit in there, but okay, hey, it's your thing. It's your thing.
Dude, no, you'd be surprised.
Okay. Damn it, man! It would have been so cool to
I'm-
have seen
I'm
those
so
the shit you've gotten up with him.
I'm so
I
glad.
remember my bachelor's, and he starts talking about it, and he goes on talking about after the bachelor's, he talks about the wedding. Unless you just up and leave, he'll just continue on boring you
No. I'll intrigue him. I'll intrigue him.
while you're both smoking. Well, he's smoking and you're smoking.
Smoking.
Okay, cool. John, you're making your way to Mystic.
Yep.
Basically, he goes off. You see him approach a dog. A dog yelps and runs away. And then you also hear the cat thing, sort of. And he starts talking to one of the car guards. Light
Works
up the
for me.
cigarette. Both of them lights up the cigarette, and they start talking about shit. Michael is there drinking a... Well, I believe it was a brandy and coke. He drinks another brandy and coke. He's sitting close to the entrance of Mystic.
Right.
For a reason.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna get a drink, and then I'm gonna head back over to his table
Mm-hmm.
and do that whole, hey, you're an old friend, I haven't seen you in a long time thing that is apparently big here,
Mm-hmm.
and then sit down at the table and try to talk to him nice and quiet, like.
Okay, cool. The good thing is, Emily, the pizza lady, recognizes you,
Yay!
and she basically says, "Whatever you want, you can get it for free."
Yay!
Yeah, so you get
Even
you get
better.
a drink for free.
Awesome.
Damn.
You move over to his table, and you see he tenses up a bit. And as you fake the whole, "Hey, buddy, how are you doing thing. He's like, okay, cool, we're doing this again. You know, he falls
we're
into
doing
the
this.
rhythm. You
Alright.
sit down, and yeah, he just looks at you. He's like, yes.
So I have a feeling that we are both working on the same thing from different angles. So I
Mhm.
thought a little sharing of information, one for one, might help both of us out a bit.
Okay, so what do you have to share?
How about this? Ask a question that you're looking for an answer for. If I can answer it, then I get to ask one back.
Is he looks at you and he ponders for a bit and he's like, is Herc similar to Rohypnol?
The fuck is Rohypnol?
Roofies.
It's similar, but it has a much more dangerous side effect if the dosage is too high.
Okay.
I'm new in the area. You can tell by the accent. How widespread is this right now?
Wide enough to grab our attention. Fair
enough.
We've had 6 cases so far in the last month.
Okay.
He looks, he's like, this is not the question, but does it have to be related to what the thing we have in common that we're investigating, so to speak? What he asks you.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay. Do you...
Zafa, can I tell this guy is just straight up normie human, right?
He's
Or is he
normie
not?
human. He's normie human.
Okay.
Yeah. There's very few vampires in this town. Like, you guys make up almost the majority of them.
Right.
Yeah. He looks at you like, what does dust or ash have to do with this?
That one I'm not sure, but you just did 2, so I'm still going to give one back.
Okay.
Do you believe the source of the Herc is local, or it's being brought in from somewhere to test it here?
Oh, no, we definitely know it's local. It's
Okay.
local. Takes another sip of his drink. Second question? He looks at you, second class elitist. He asks second question.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I didn't. I couldn't give him a good answer for the second one, so that's fine.
Okay.
So we're back to even. It's his turn.
Okay, cool. I know the DJ has got something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
We just what? Do you know anyone else that's currently using it?
We think the DJ is a supplier. He's not the distributor, though. And I don't know of anyone else that's currently using or anywhere in the chain that we could talk to.
Takes out a notepad, makes a couple of notes. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Trying to figure out where he gets his shit from. Apparently he brings it with him every night. We have him, we're busy tailing him. But yeah, if you've got one more question, I'm gonna go act like I'm drunk.
All right. Who is we?
And he points at like his badge. It's like we.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It is not your typical. It's not a police badge though.
Okay.
It's not a police badge. It's something. You recognize it as probably one of the intelligence agencies from back home. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So every now and
you have a
again,
good
every now and again, you hear like a bit of American coming out in him. You know, his
Gotcha.
voice and his accent and everything, and then he switches back to South African again. I just can't do it because everybody will sound like this then.
You have a great rest of the night. If I find out anything, I'll find you here.
Yeah, and he gives you his card.
All right.
It's Michael King.
Nice.
Yeah. The detective, I don't know, detective for his...
Blah, 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 blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Michael King. Yeah.
All right. Blah, 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 Michael King. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find the kid and hope that he hasn't caused any more problems.
As you walk away, I'm just going to do another one of these.
Okay.
In the way you walk. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. You walk back. Minnie-May, Olivia, we're with you now.
Okay.
Okay. You get back to the gallery.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh my goodness, I am so glad that you have showed up. Can you do me the biggest favor, please? My hands are full of...
Wait. 1 second. Firstly, if I do this favor, will you give me like 200 rand?
Fine, whatever you want.
Perfect. That was easier than I thought.
Okay.
I thought I'd compel
I
you or
need you to
something.
get my phone.
Your phone?
My phone. My hands are full of cement. I can't do anything. Could you please, can you contact Kyle for me and ask him to come here as soon as
For
possible?
booty call? That's kind of weird.
No, no, not Kyle. Not for that. No.
What's wrong with
please.
Kyle? He's great. Don't be. Oh my god, Theodora.
Oh my goodness, no.
God. So I grab her phone. What's your pin?
Oh goodness, it's one of those touch thingies. Oh my word. Okay, it's straight across, down, and then diagonally up again.
The frick, woman! This is worse than
So I can
like
see.
decrypting a woman.
This.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
First attempt
What am I
failed,
taking
second
again?
attempt failed, the third attempt
Failed.
succeeded.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good
I
time
do
to charm.
not know the pack number. And I'm
Okay,
not calling Vodacom.
What am I texting him again?
I need to see him ASAP, please.
Cal, Theo. Wait. Right, I am you. Cal, get him now. Booty call. Send.
Oh my god,
Okay.
it's oh,
You didn't
no.
see what she sent, eh? She just sent. She's.
Oh, I
that-
thought I heard.
Did you say it out loud as you typed it?
No, it was all in my head.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Put it down. Okay, I told him that you needed him ASAP. Okay, but you might want to clean up first. Anyway, I have a question. I have a few questions actually.
All right, now I go to
Fine.
the side with the sink and I'm washing my hands and trying to get the.
Okay, and I
excess
sit up on the sink and I look at her.
Ugh.
Do you know anything about that old hag that works at the craft stall?
Oh, she's a lovely old lady, isn't she?
Yeah, she's quite old. Anyway, is she kindred?
You know, I never really go in there very often. I normally send my assistants in there, so I've only met her I think once or twice, but I'm not too sure. She does seem a bit suspect to me. But my assistant Amanda, she deals with her a lot more because I don't go into shops to buy my supplies. Amanda does it for me.
Well, I'm sorry, that's too peasant-like for you. But another question: is your assistant kindred?
No.
No,
She is an art student.
she's an art student. Interesting. How do you make her do your bidding? Does she not know that you're kindred, or you're just really good at hiding the whole pipe up the ass cementing human body thing?
Oh no, she knows absolutely nothing. She's normally around during the day.
Interesting. Okay,
She's on a she's doing that oh, what is it called? When you finish your studies, you need to do an internship
Internship?
for a year at a place. That's what she's doing now. So she's normally here during the day.
So she used the thing that you think is called an internship is called an internship.
Yeah.
Another question: do you work with iron? Do you have like iron ore sitting around? I want to make some
Iron?
jewelry.
Or no, but I do have some wire lying around and some metal rods.
Unless it's iron ore, it doesn't really help.
Well, you can
I-
check if it's iron, but I don't think so.
Or do you have any like pebbles, like tiny little pebbles that you borrow?
Pebbles, yes, plenty.
Okay, so I need a silver bowl, pebbles, and then freaking wiles from the bloody hag. Okay, $200, please.
Okay, all right. So I take out my wallet and I raffle through my notes. Oh, here you go. It's a 200 for you, dear.
Wow, must be nice being rich. By the way, you're looking a little famished. Do you need food?
I've been trying not to think about it. I've been trying to watch my waist, you know. But I am probably going to be needing to.
Okay, well, upstairs in my
Call a
duffel
friend.
bag is a whole bunch of blood bags.
Oh, that is convenient. Thank you.
Do you know what? But you know that's like an extra 50 for steers.
I see. Thank you.
And I am going back to the old hag, and I'll see you later. And I walk off.
Oh, thank you. So then I go upstairs and I take out a bag and I will put it into my special mug. Oh, wow. Finally.
Lol.
Just a quick thing. You can't really. You need to. If you want to drink it, you need to roll me a willpower, please.
Oh, okay.
Because
Can't
this
just
is
be
not
drinking
normally
without
how you
rolling.
feed.
No,
This is generally not normally how you feed.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
You peasant now, you're a commoner.
Well, it saves time and saves energy. Where is willpower?
It's up at
It's
the
Oh,
top.
there
right
it is.
above
I
it.
see it. I see it.
2 successes.
2 successes. I'll let it slide for now. Yeah. You can drink it. You keep it down, and you say to one hunger.
Okay, yeah, then I head back to the craft store.
Mm-hmm. Roll me as you get
Another awareness.
nearer to the craft store. Roll me a wits and awareness, please. Awareness
Let's see if I
wits.
actually pick it up this time.
Yeah.
My awareness is not good, though. That's the issue. 2 successes. And the beast. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
I literally go from the worst to like the most extreme.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It's
Okay,
if
here we
you,
go.
the beast comes out in seeing this, but luckily,
Womp womp.
this is a good thing technically. So she rolled 2 successes with one being a hunger fail, so it activated the beast. You are hungrier, Olivia.
Damn,
One
I should
hunger.
have grabbed a snack.
You are on 1 hunger, but
Yeah.
at about 20 meters from the store itself, you get the sudden compulsion of you're basically frozen in your tracks. The beast is telling you, listen, this is not a good idea. This is like, you know that little voice in the back of your head, like when you enter an area and it's like, I feel unsafe.
Uh-huh.
About 20 meters from the store, that thought crosses your mind, or that voice comes up in your head. And you look around and you can see, like, roughly in a circular fashion around the store, there's these these red pieces of string. Harendraad. What's it? It's string, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Thread, yeah. Red thread tied to random objects. And the beast notices that it's in a, like,
Circle.
basically in a half circle in front of the store. So if this is the store, you're coming in from this side, you stop, and basically on the edge, it's like, it's not visible, it's not like a continuous piece of thread running around, but it's these random, about 30 centimeters, 11 inches, roughly, of string, just tied to a branch here, or to a telephone pole, or to a light
And it's
pole,
all in
or,
a circle.
and you notice, like, that's what you notice. Yeah.
Mm.
And the beast tells you, hey, this is not a cool place to be.
So my first thought is kind of like a ward or something. That's what I'm thinking. Can I roll anything to analyze it more?
What's your... If you can roll me an intelligence occult, or occult intelligence.
Cult intelligence.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Give me something good. Fuck you, roll 20. 0 successes.
Jeez, like it.
At least you
Okay.
didn't botch.
At least you didn't botch. So you got 0 successes. Nope, you don't know anything about this.
Okay.
You do know, though, that it is... What you do know with your dealings with people of your kind is that it's definitely a ward of some kind. You were correct
Okay,
in
that's what I was
assuming
thinking,
that,
like
yeah.
a ward.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been reading up all the ritual things, so I was like, that sounds familiar. Do you want to go to someone else while I think about this a little bit?
Okay, cool. By the way, the reason why Kyle said he's going to be busy for 2 hours was because someone told him to be at their place for something.
Damn, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Carl's adventurous.
Hey, Kyle's a vampire. He can last all night long. he might have to pop off for a quick bite or two, but he'll come back again.
Oh, God.
Oh, good one. Oh,
So you are finished. Kyle pitches up, Theodora. Kyle pitches up with. He's in a suit.
Ah,
He looks dashing. If you
To the
didn't know any
nines.
better,
I
you
love
would
it,
consider
I
him
love
one
it.
of you. And he's like, hi there, Theodora.
Kyle! Oh, wow. You clean up nice. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
What's the occasion?
You said I should, come over.
Well, you see, I had Olivia send you a text for me because I was full of cement.
You could be full of. Wait, what? And he slumps. Olivia, what?
Olivia sent the text for me.
Okay, so, he adjusts himself. He's like, so, why do you want me? What can I do you for?
Okay, so I have a few invitations I would like you to give to the Baron. If you could do that for me, please.
Oh, is these invitations where it says insert name here?
Yes, those ones.
Well, I can. Who made these things?
My assistant, she seems to have not completed them, so I think you might have to come back later or tomorrow. I might even have to just fill in the names.
Okay. I was wondering about that, like, because if I send this to Mistress, then she's like, I'm not insert name here, you know.
Oh, no. All right. Give
Oh.
that to me and I'll take up my fancy calligraphy pen and I write the mistress or whatever her name is.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very fancy, like, calligraphy there and then. Oh, look at you.
He takes it.
And I write your name on one.
Oh. Mm-hmm. And as you're busy with this, he like starts mentioning like, do you still have those vials? Did you get my last message?
Yes, I did get your message, and I do still have the vial.
Okay, cool. I can get it to a lab.
Okay.
I want to show you the lab, but I see you're gonna be busy tonight. So how about tomorrow night or the night thereafter? And he looks at one of the invites. Okay, not the night after tomorrow night. Maybe the night after tomorrow night, after the whole thing is done with your new creation and everything.
There was also
Yeah.
one more thing. I was thinking, you see, because as you can see, I'm going to be having an exhibition for my new piece. There needs to be music
Mm-hmm.
playing. So I was wondering if we should maybe hire that DJ. You know?
What DJ? The DJ that plays at Mystic.
The DJ.
Did you tell him about the DJ?
He was there, wasn't he?
He wasn't in Mystic when you
He
confronted.
wasn't in Mystic, but
Yeah.
I think when I went out to the car, I did briefly explain what was going on. So he doesn't
And
exactly
I
know
met
who the DJ
outside
is.
with him as well. So I'm
Okay, cool.
following
No,
the
he'll
DJ.
Oh, that DJ. All right. Yeah, sure. I'll try and organize that for you.
Right. So I think maybe for him to be here would be efficient.
As you're talking to Kyle, John, and Sean rocks up to the gallery. They enter. Well, I guess they knock first.
Be polite.
You're gonna be polite.
Unlike some people.
Barges in.
And
I'm living there.
and they enter eventually. Like they knock and they open the door, basically. So yeah, you all arrive there together. Kyle's like, "Hey," I almost said second class elitist. "Hey, John, and Sean, you little fucker, you been smoking?"
Yes.
Nice, nice. So I've gotta do some shit. And can I get the? Do you guys have any more vials? I need as much of this stuff as I possibly can. Get my hands on.
Let me grab that for you. And I quickly run off to go grab it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got the other vial with me here,
Okay, cool.
and I hand it over to him.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm gonna send it to the lab. Please, please, please. Don't mention the lab to Mistress M.
Just why exactly?
Because the lab is outside of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is I'm willing to give you all a favor. Not a boon. A favor if you can keep this quiet.
Well,
It's good to have.
Like me very much, so you've got my word on it.
Okay, and he takes the vials. If you return, Theodora, you hear what he says about the lab.
Mm.
And he takes the vials, runs out, gets into the car, and drives off. A very sad and lonely Kyle drives off.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Sorry, friends.
He's gonna change into different clothing now. He's gonna be normal Kyle again soon. And so Olivia, what are you to do?
You ready? I've been like, that's why I've been typing. I'm trying to like look through everything, trying to work out my next move. You ready? Put me through something here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess if I had the beast roll, I guess I can't really fight my urges. So I'm really inquisitive.
You can. The thing is, it was just like a warning. It was just like, I feel uncomfortable. And
Okay.
because you had a failure, because there's no real way to mess this up messily. There's no real way to mess it up at all. You can still move forward with whatever you wanted to do. It's just that's what you noticed.
Okay.
You feel
So-
uncomfortable. Yeah.
I walk through it really slowly, looking around, like watching for anything that happens.
And now that you
then-
look closer, there's in some of the trees, there's a couple of those like, there's a couple of branches with string tied together and different shapes and shit. There's a couple of those hanging, but now that you're attent on it, normally no one would notice this. You know, it's trees. We just fuck around. You know, but because you've been made aware of this, you do seem to notice a lot more of these things hanging about and everything.
And it's just in front of the craft store, right?
It's basically in that half circle area in front of the craft store. Yeah.
Okay. So I walk in, I go back into the craft store.
Mm-hmm.
And like, is there anything else interesting about the store besides the garlic and crosses? Is there any string in the shop?
In the shop, aside from the garlic and the crosses, no. Like, you know for a fact that the shit you saw outside worked. Or does work. The shit inside here is basically craft store, arts and craft stuff, and the crosses and the other stuff seems purely for decorative reasons. But nothing related to what you saw outside.
Okay. So I walk in, I go back to the lady.
Hello,
Oh, yeah.
dearie.
How you doing? So I'm back.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get those avals for, you said it was 150?
Yeah.
Okay, here's 200.
She takes
Actually,
it.
here's 250, and then just give me 100 back. So you don't have to break it down. So I get 100 back.
She takes the 250, and she takes out 100, and she gives it back to you from the same thing, from the
No,
sales.
because I had a 200 note.
Oh, was it a 200 note?
A 200
Just
note.
a singular. I thought it was two 100 notes. Okay,
It's
no.
Theodora. She's rich.
Okay, she gives you back $100,
$100.
100 rand note.
Yeah, and I slip it into my bra. So,
She's like, anything else I can help you with, dearie?
yeah, I have a question.
Mm.
The Red String, is that like a festival thing you guys got going? I'm new to town, so I want to see what kind of festivities and fun things you got going around here.
Just give me a few seconds.
No, you're fine.
What strings are you talking about, honey?
The Red Strings.
What red strings? There's no red strings anywhere.
You don't see the red strings outside?
Show me, honey. Show me, young girl.
Okay, so I walk with her. Is she like those frail grannies that can't walk? Or
Yeah,
feel
she's
or
got a walking stick and everything, and
Okay, so I walk with her outside.
yeah.
I open the door for her.
Mm.
You don't see any strings up here?
And you point to one.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, yeah, that's strange. Never seen those before.
Do you know if you saw anyone hanging out in front of your stall?
Not at all, dearie. Listen, if you want to do an insight, and I believe it's insight, intelligence, insight.
Intelligence, insight.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's intelligence, insight, or would it be?
No, I think it's intelligent inside. You're right.
Yeah. Need to figure out if she's lying. We're gonna call it that for now until I figure out most of these things.
Okay, yeah. So I want to work out she's lying.
Mm-hmm.
4 successes.
Oh, she's fucking lying
Woo!
through her teeth.
Nice.
She's
Okay.
fucking lying through her teeth.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But anyway, dearie,
Yeah.
yeah?
One more thing. Do you guys have security cameras?
We've never had the need for any security cameras.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll take my vials and go. I'll be back though. I'm making a lot of jewelry.
Okay. And
Grab my vials.
yeah. She goes back. You know, she walks back and closes the door behind you. And then okay. And then you make your way back. What are you guys up to? There's about 10 minutes before Olivia comes back.
I have no idea. I'm probably just like interested.
Just
I'm like
Standing
asking
around, looking at the place.
Yeah, I'm asking Theodora to explain to me. Yes.
I'm trying to keep the little one's hands off all of my art pieces.
Mm.
You're gonna mess the place up. Oh, I just had it cleaned. Please keep your hands to yourself.
Fine. My hands in my pockets.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. I've been smoking again. It's so bad for you.
What's it gonna do? Stunt his growth?
It doesn't matter. But my goodness, do you think this skin is gonna last forever and ever and ever and ever and ever? Well, it will be forever, but
Close
not
enough
forever and
to
ever and
it.
ever.
Close enough to it.
Gotta maintain as much as you can for as long as you can. Remember,
Look,
the younger you
if
stay.
you can afford the nicotine patches, then you buy them for me. I've been living on the streets, lady.
My heart bleeds. If it beats, it would bleed.
So sweet, so kind.
Olivia.
Kinda...
Yep.
John, what are you? You're just looking at this. You're
Yep,
perusing. You're
just-
perusing the gallery and listening and all of
Yeah,
that.
just taking in all the information, collecting data.
You get a message from. Oh crap! What was the guy name? The guy's name that worked at the bridge.
One.
The guy working at the steers.
Oh, no, I can't remember his name.
Baba.
Oh, I wasn't a part of that team, so I wouldn't have it.
That guy.
Looked out.
Let's call him Mpo.
Okay.
You get a message
I
from
actually think it
Mpo.
wasn't Paul.
I think it was Mpo, yeah. You get a message from Mpo
Generic name.
asking you, especially here where I'm from, asking you like, did you hear about? The message says, "Hey, hope you heard about the fight tomorrow night. It's against the guy that I'm worried about. Hope to see you there." And that's it.
I'll be there. Don't worry. I'll be there before it starts.
Okay. Cool. Oh, and then he replies with, "Should I bring food?"
Doesn't hurt.
Okay, cool. He'll take some from Steers and just bring it with him. And I'm gonna have to do a bit of a time skip unless all of you want to do something for the rest of the night specifically. Want to go investigate something? Want to go somewhere?
No, I was just gonna start rituals and stuff.
Oh,
That's what I
I'm
was
waiting
doing.
on
You're gonna
Kyle,
practice
so-
on some rituals and so on. You're waiting on Kyle. Kyle was there. He grabbed the stuff and left.
Yeah, he just fucked off, so...
Yeah. He won't be returning for the rest of the night.
Okay,
Womp
then
womp.
Yeah.
I'll like pop him a message and just wait for him to reply.
What do you send him?
I just ask him, like, hey, dude, like, what did you do with the vials? I thought you were actually gonna take us to the place. Can you please just let me know what's going for what, and if you have found anything, just let us know.
Message comes back, and he says basically it's gonna take about 2 to 3 nights, 2 to 3 days, to get all the info back on this. I wanted to show you around the lab, and unfortunately, there's shit happening. I can't tonight.
That's fair.
Maybe tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. The rest of the night goes by reasonably quickly. This is going to be like a very rapid couple of nights, so that we can. I just need to get this because we skipped out on 2 sessions.
Right.
This was basically the 2-session plan, and because of RL, we need to sort this out. The rest of the night goes by reasonably uneventful. You get a cab, and they take you back home. John and Sean. Theodora, you continue on working on the thing. Olivia,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
So I am playing around with my silver ball, my blood thing. So grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pebbles.
Mm.
And I use my blood and I make bloodstones, 5 bloodstones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think I need a roll for that, right?
I believe you don't have to, but it's a 3-night process, I believe.
Yeah, so
Or a
I start
2-night
simmering
process.
that.
Yeah, basically, let me just quickly see here. Yeah.
I go up to the attic area of Theodora's shop and I capture like spiders.
Mm-hmm.
As many. So how many spiders can I grab? How many are they?
Roll
How
me
good is Theodora?
roll me a d10 divided by 2, please.
How do I write that out again?
/R space d10
D10 and
/2.
then 2.
/
2.5.
Okay, you get 2 spiders.
2
She
spiders.
keeps a really clean attic, a clean gallery.
Okay, so what I do is I use the spiders and I mix it with my blood and crush it to make the clinging to walls vials. So I make 2 of them. And I put it in the other side of my jacket because remember I have my my dagger thingies, and then I have my needles, and then the 2 vials. And then I go to how many windows and doors do you have in your shop, Theodora? Like, okay, Theodora, how many doors and windows do you have?
It's a gallery. The walls are windows. Well, the front section, the display area, is just windows, and then there's 2 double doors, kind of.
So the
Glass
windows
doors in
don't
the front.
open, right? They're just like the wall. Like no one can come in
Yeah.
and like lift them. Okay, and how
No.
many doors? Just the front doors? There's no back
Just the
doors?
2 in the front, and then there is 1 door to the side, just off of my storeroom.
Cool. So I'm gonna scatter some blood on them. Don't mind me.
Excuse me?
And I walk off, and I'm just like ignoring her banter.
You're
And
not gonna put blood on my clean
cut my hand.
windows, Olivia, please.
And I start smearing it along the door and
my
chanting.
goodness, I can't.
And then I think it takes. Am I supposed to do it every evening for 3 days, or is it one time?
What, are you talking about the bloodstone or the wards?
And then the wards for level 1.
Was it a warding circle?
The ward created the ritual to protect them. Nothing apart from blood. Pass. A critical win allows immediate. Wait, no, it's the wrong thing. No.
No,
You
you
have to
do
go
it
to
once, and
275.
you have to do it once, and it lasts until the actual door. Well, in this
It
case,
trips.
the door is destroyed.
Yeah,
or open.
yeah. Until because it protects against evil minions of whoever created them, like ghouls or sires. So I can't do the whole entire building. I think there's a certain like area I can do. So I do the front door, and then I do that side entrance door, and I go back and I wipe off the blood to make it invisible. And then
once you finish casting it, it becomes invisible. Like once you've finished the whole ritual,
I think you have to wipe the blood to make it invisible.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, in your case, it becomes invisible.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I take it off, and then I go grab a blood bag, and I grab Theodora's toothbrush, and I go to bed.
Out of the bin.
Don't you have a new one yet? What kind of disgusting
Okay, fine,
person
I got a
doesn't
new
brush
one.
their teeth? So I grab her new one, grab my blood bag, and I say goodnight, and I head up to go to bed.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you guys are going back. Roll me a D100 there, Sean. /RD100.
Crap.
Um,
What are you gonna do to me, Zafar?
it's 44.
Yeah.
No, nothing happens. No, I just had to roll to see what happens. What'll happen sometime. That's a 44. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. Because people need to go to the loo and stuff. And then we'll continue on with the next night.
Minnie always needs the loo within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. We're gonna take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. This is Vampire the Masquerade, tabletop RPG here on Zaffa Geek's channel, on my channel. And we will see you in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. Oh crap, I forgot to click these things. Oh crap. Okay, everything's still working. Whew. We will see you in about 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
It's good when everything's still working.
Yeah.
Yay.
And welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a brilliant break. So, the camera opens up onto a room with tiled walls, tiled floor, blue lighting, like very stark blue, like almost depressing lighting, and a single table with 2 chairs on either side, and in one chair, with his back towards the camera, sits a black-haired guy, listening to the guy speaking to him, and in front of him we have our friend, a ginger man, smoking a cigarette, being all freaked out, and he's like, man, I don't know what happened. The next minute, the 1 minute we were sitting there looking at the city, and the next, she kisses me, and she says, and the next minute she kisses me, because he's South African, and and then I woke up, and the sun was rising, and she said, if only I was undead. And he takes another drag of his cigarette, and the camera pans towards the other guy, but you only see his hands and a badge saying Bureau of Investigation of Paranormal Activity.
Oh god.
And he writes something, and you hear his voice say, in perfect American, could you repeat what she said? Are you sure she said that? And the other guy's like, and Quibus is like, yeah, so she fucking said that. And he lights up another cigarette. I don't know what the fuck to do, man. What the fuck is this? And the other guy interrupts him. It's like, don't worry, sir. We'll handle this. We'll handle this without... We'll handle this and we'll keep you informed. Don't worry, you're safe. Don't worry. We'll sort it out. And you all wake up the next evening. The cement has settled. You're going to do your last bit of work on it. It's going to take you about 4 hours to work on your last bit of thing. Luna, your, like, the final touches, and if you want to bend something a certain way and whatever, you can still reasonably do that and patch it up. Could you roll me...
Roll another
Rouse.
check.
all of you roll me rouse checks, please. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, wait.
It's just me and John
Let's-
that passed.
Let's wait. John passed. John ain't hungry. John, you beautiful bastard. Sean ain't hungry. Theodora
Hungry again.
gains a hunger, and Olivia
What's this?
gains a hunger.
I'm 3 hunger now.
Olivia,
3.
Sean,
I was
high
hungry.
five.
Because I grabbed the bag with me, but I didn't drink it. I didn't say I drank it, so I
Oh
shouldn't.
fuck yeah,
I
that's
should have
right.
been more clarifying. I should have been more clarifying. So I'm 3 hunger now.
Oops.
I fucked up.
basically what you do is you wake up, you like, and you start drinking.
Yeah. So am I back to 2 from that
You're
one?
back on 2, yeah. You're back on 2.
I'm just like...
Yeah. So what do you all do once you woke up? Once you wake up, we can start if anyone wants to start.
How long do we have before the show?
You've got about 2 hours before the show.
Is
Alright, how
everyone
long is it
at
gonna take to get there?
Theodora's, or we all split up still?
You're still split up. Oh wow, my internet is
Okay.
dying. You're still split up, so it's John and Sean is together, and Olivia and
And I'm
Theodora
with
is together.
Theodora. Okay. Do you want to start with John and them, and then we can go to me and Theodora then?
Okay, yeah.
Or do you want me to
How
start?
long would it take us to get there from here?
Oh, it's in the same area where you're at. It's literally like a 5-minute walk. That's it. It's a 5-minute walk.
All right.
So if you want to go feed John, if you're hungry at all, you can go and feed.
No, I'm fine.
Are you fine,
I am fine.
you bastard? Yeah, what do you want to do?
I don't know, because 2 hours is not going to be enough time to tell and ask what's going on.
It might be enough time for us to, call, driving Miss Daisy and see if he can get you over to look at that lab.
It's not a bad idea. I'll give him a call. I pick up the phone. I ring Kyle.
Yeah, fucker.
Stop calling me fucker. God damn it. Are you busy tonight?
No. Not as far as I know.
Alright, would it be possible to show me that lab?
Yeah, sure. Where should I pick you up?
If you can pick me up at John's place.
Alright, is John coming with?
Let me ask John, you want to come with?
How long is it going to take?
This might be a while, so...
I better not. I need to make sure I don't miss this.
Okay, no, that's fine. No, it's just gonna be Kyle.
Don't get dead.
I won't get dead.
Okay, cool. I'll come and collect you.
Alright, perfect. See you in a bit.
And he puts the phone down. You guys know what you want to do yet? Olivia and Theodora?
Well, I know what I want to do.
Okay.
Do you want to... Okay. So I run downstairs. What are you doing, Theodora?
I'm getting ready.
Of course you are. Okay, so I hop onto the bathroom counter next to you, and I grab your new toothbrush, and I start, like, brushing. So, I made you something. Don't be rude, I made you something. And
Why are you using my
Oh.
toothbrush again? Can I just get you your own toothbrush?
You know what, that would be great. Thank you. So, Zephyr, how many days has it been since the night before? Only one day?
Yeah, it's only this is the second night, basically.
So it'll only be done by...
So it's 2 more days.
dawn. Is that?
Last night was the first night, so it's 2 more nights, yeah.
Oh, it's 2 more. Oh, 2 more.
For Olivia's thing that she wants to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You messed me around.
Yeah, pay that.
Hey, it affects you.
I
Believe it
just
or not. Okay, never mind.
I just picture your two Olivia's and Theodora's thing like a sitcom in America.
I know.
It's like the one is funky and the other one is like stuck up, and they're clashing personalities.
So yeah, I'm using the toothbrush. So I need to go get more blood bags. I'm running in low. Are we meeting up with John and Sean to go see what's up with the show?
What show?
Do we know about their show that they're going to?
I haven't told
No.
her yet.
Never mind.
So, yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry. Never mind. So what are we doing today?
Well, I have a show later which you are invited to, but I do really need you to be on your best behavior. And do you have anything else besides what you're wearing?
Okay. Firstly, this jacket stays on this body. Okay, it's just it comes with me. It's like the package deal. And secondly, no, I don't.
Okay, well, I would like to encourage you to go over to my closet. At the back of the closet is my last year's outfits that I don't wear anymore because, I wear things for a season and then they go to the back of the cupboard. So please go help yourself to an item or two out of there for tonight, please. Oh, yes, and there will be some influential people here. So please.
Just
Do I have to put? Yeah.
Just to interject, the show will be tomorrow. Your thing that you're doing, Theodora. Yeah, it's tomorrow,
Okay.
not tonight. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
confused.
That's fine. Do I have to put Bob on my face too?
No, I would prefer you not to use my Bobby Brown. And
You could put Kyle on your face if you'd like to.
Because of the way around. Oh, that actually reminds me. So how was Carl? Did you know?
Yes. You are
You did?
banned from ever using my phone.
Okay, firstly, you made the bad choice in life. Now you learn to
Why?
listen. See?
Good
I'm
choice, you.
teaching you life lessons.
Oh my goodness. Well, he showed up. And he was in he was dressed to the nines, suits,
Aw.
tie, fancy. Poor guy, the look on his face, oh my goodness.
The look on his face when you jumped him.
Look, he cleans up nice, but
Okay, knowing from
but the
experience,
poor look
Carl's
of
great.
disappointment on his face.
Carl's great. You should just, you got this pole up your ass. Maybe you should get the pole up somewhere else. It might relieve some of this anal stress you got going on. Like, your face is like a constant bitch face. Have you thought of relieving it?
Listen, what I do in my downtime.
I actually don't want to know what you do on your downtime. But I'm just saying, just
Look, don't go into my room, please, ever.
great. So I'm gonna go catch some spiders, and I'll be back in 10. Bye! And I'll hop off and I run out.
I'm still busy trying to put on my false eyelashes.
Her downtime. That was just
Yeah.
wow.
I
Wow.
actually went to muted myself there.
Wow. 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 Anywho,
Okay.
you get yourself ready and you start working on the sculpture and everything, Theodora. I'm gonna say once you're finished, 4 hours would have passed. Could you roll me? And I've actually got it here. You've got a specialty, so remember to add an extra dice. I think it's modifier. You say 1, I believe.
Nothing done.
Once you roll, the thing is, what you roll will be. It's something in craft. Let's do manipulation and is it manipulation and craft? If you're making something, you're manipulating something into something else.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Should be.
Crafting is what is crafting?
It's just craft.
Yeah, but it's craft plus something.
Let me have a look. Craft plus. It should be manipulation, I believe.
Like for me, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, do craft manipulation roll for me, please. Remember to add your extra dice.
The modifier, so how many dice?
It's gonna be, I believe it's just 1 extra dice.
Yeah.
So there should be 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Beautiful. 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 That was for the first night. Could you roll me that again? You've got 3 successes. Could you roll me that again? Your final... Oh, God. Oh, God.
Damn.
Okay.
Nice.
Way better than I expected. That's another 5 successes. So 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got 8 successes on making the statue exactly. Like when you finish making this thing and you've finished polishing it and everything, and final touches, you stand back, you look like, damn. This is like, you're normally used to creating brilliant stuff, but this even takes you a couple of steps back, like takes your breath away. It's like, yeah, this thing. If someone wants to buy it, they're gonna pay. Huh?
I almost don't want to let it go.
Almost, but if someone wants to buy it, they're gonna pay about 80,000 rand for it. Yeah, that's about 80,000 rands worth of beauty right there. For the Americans out there, that's about $8,000 worth of beauty right there. Damn.
Not everyone can have naturally like Olivia.
Oh, wow, it's not a person standing behind you. It was actually a jacket.
Yeah.
It's a jacket and a cowboy hat. Yeah.
Carl comes and picks you up. Oh, by the way, Olivia, just roll me a...
Oh, it's gonna be another D10/2 roll. Which one's catch spiders?
No, spiders. If she
I'm
goes
not there yet.
outside, she's gonna catch a D10 worth of spiders. Roll me a D10.
D10, so /R
D10.
D10.
Yeah.
1.
So you've got 3 spiders now.
I got 3. Wait, from that explosion,
No,
I got
three
3
in
of them.
total.
No, 3 in total.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
Once we get back to you again, you can roll another one. Spiders
you
just
see
don't
me-
like Theodora's place.
I'm just like,
Mhm.
I'm just jumping around trying to catch them,
Like a fennec fox.
running up and down. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so we're back to... Anything else you want to do, Olivia? Besides catching spiders? Okay. Sean, Kyle comes and picks you up. Hands you a cigarette. His car still smells like
Milk.
milk. At random stop
That terrible
signs
car.
or traffic lights, he hands out food. Yeah, he hands out food to the homeless and everything. You get to the hospital. And I actually made an entire freaking essay, almost an essay about this, and half of it I'm not going to use.
Sorry.
You enter the hospital through the emergency area. He nods at some of the people working there, as if they know who he is, so they just let him pass. Eventually get to some stairs. It's your typical hospital thing. You go down some stairs, and you enter a hallway. This is the basement section, right? You enter a hallway with 5 rooms on each side. And at the... Okay, 5 rooms on each side. Roll me a wits and awareness as you go past these rooms and towards one of the rooms, basically.
Awareness.
So it's awareness wits
There you go.
according to this, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. That's beautiful. You've got 1 success. Yeah, you don't notice anything, but upon reaching past the second door, now it's all brown wooden doors, leading
Not
off
like
to
the
somewhere.
typical bottom of your hospital where, yeah, whereas normally it's an asylum. It's not that.
It's not an asylum, but it's like they do extra tests down here, like for example,
the
what's
radar
the
type of
angiograms and stuff they do down here. The blood bank is down here. The morgue is somewhere here.
Okay.
You know, so as you walk past the 3rd door, you feel a coldness on your left shoulder, as if a hand is grabbing it.
Dun dun dun.
Can I do the thing? I wanna do
What
the
thing do you want to do?
I don't remember what it's called. I also had where's the thing?
Do you react to this at all? Do you
Yeah,
stop?
I kind of like
Do
jump and then look around a little bit, feel my shoulder.
Kyle notices this and he's like, "Ah, so you hear them too."
What?
And as you listen, you hear people. You hear wailing of people in pain, and you hear like it's a cacophony of wails of people in pain. You know, it's like you hear a child crying, but it's like they're being physically hurt.
Oh.
Yeah.
shit.
And
Okay.
and he's like, "Yeah, welcome to the monster house. The fun is actually about to begin." So what do you want to do?
But why are there kids here? And I get very serious now, and I drop my tongue, asking, why are there kids here?
Do you know anything about the history of South Africa?
None whatsoever. I've been here a couple of weeks.
Aha! Okay. And he turns to you and he's like, This is currently not happening. This is shit that happened 100 years ago. There was a big-ass war here. Well, 120 years ago. There's a big-ass war here, and these are just friends not willing to move on.
So these are protrusions of souls who have been left behind.
Yeah.
That's very ominous.
It's apparently, and it's strange, the big thing, it only started happening about 3 or 4 months ago. And we got some people in to investigate, and they said it's basically, they're trying to exercise these things. We're still working on it. And as he talks about it, he points, like, we're still working on it, and he points, like, towards the walls and everything, and there's these, you know, the, oh, fuck, what do they call it?
What, the skirting?
The skirting against the roof. You see is lined with a red piece of thread.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
I lost many.
Oh wow, we lost everybody.
Boop.
And we're back.
What the fuck just happened?
And we're back.
I don't know. Sorry, it just cut out.
Okay.
So there's red thread in the skirtings at the top, like against the ceilings.
It's thread.
Yeah, red
Okay.
thread. That when he points towards it, you notice red thread.
Okay. I want to do an investigation roll. To see if I can find out something a little bit more about this.
Investigation, intelligence investigation.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck!
Nope. Nope. You gain one
That's
hunger
not-
though.
God damn it.
How would the beast?
How would the beast handle the situation?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first thing I do is I grab
Poorly.
Kyle and I push him up against the wall, scrambling up on top of him. And I was like, "What's this thing? What's this thing? This is red thread. What are these things? What's this? I want to know what this is." And like scrambling across, pulling down the red thread, trying to figure out what it is, smelling it, licking it, trying to find out what it is. But at the end, it's just it's nothing. To me, it's thread.
It's just thread. Yeah, it's just red thread.
Yeah.
He sighs. Oh, Minnie, you need to spend a couple. Okay, anyway. He sighs. He's like, yeah, we'll get that fixed again. But let me show you the most interesting bit. Let me show you the most interesting bit.
Okay.
And he walks up to the end of the hallway, past these doors. And he taps on the wall, seemingly randomly.
Mm-hmm.
And a shimmer pulsates from a central point on the wall, outwards like ripples of water. You know, like when you throw a rock in water, those ripples.
Yeah.
It pulsates like 3 or 4 times like that, and a door shows up. And he opens the door. He goes to reach for the door, and he's like, just hold on. And he's texting someone something. And then he opens the door afterwards. And what greets you is a giant room lit by fluorescent lighting, very bright, 50 by 50 meters, with pillars to support the structure. 15 tables inside this room, and there's machines, but it's like 3 tables per machine. So it's like the blood spinny thing. You know those machines, the typical
Yeah,
hospital
centrifuge.
machine. Centrifuge, thank you.
Centrifuge.
Thank you. Blood spinny thing. That's a centrifuge. Thank you. Each of these tables have got a centrifuge, but then there's like giant machines for random crap. It's hospital machines.
Okay.
And at each, so it's 3 tables per machine, okay? And at each collection of tables, there's at least 1 person working. So there's about 5 different people working at these machines, like constantly testing stuff and running tests and looking at shit through microscopes and all of that. They don't seem to notice you. There are also 2 doors leading out of this room. Right? And... Sorry?
Yeah. Keep going.
Oh, and for the next thing you notice is there's a guy walking between the tables. You didn't see him because he just walked past the machine and came into your view. Plump, short, balding man with thick, rimmed glasses. And, whoa, that's weird. What's Olivia doing?
Covering
Sorry,
the
my
camera.
husband needs to walk through.
Oh.
Oh. Thick rimmed glasses, and he approaches Kyle, and he's like, "Oh yeah, here you go," and he hands him a case, a silver-lined case, yeah. And Kyle's like, "Oh, thanks." And he looks at you. He's like, "So, who's this, Kyle?" This is just a kid who apparently knows something about you guys, apparently. And he asked, like, he's here on my behest. He's one of the people who brought me the vials I gave you last night. And the bald man is like, okay, pushes up his glasses. So, yeah, we're not done with those tests yet, and what does he have to do with this? He gave us what's going on?
I probably know just about as much as the stuff as you do. I'm here for information.
Okay. Do you know that you're? And he gestures with his hand the size.
Not at all.
But how old are you?
11.
They freak out. He's like, okay. So, what are you gonna? What can you tell us about this? And in the
I'm
background,
not telling you anything unless you give me something.
in the background, you see like one of the people taking out one of the vials, you know, with the red liquid in, and they start messing about with it a bit, you know, throwing it into little beakers and heating shit up and testing, doing their medical tests on it and everything. Well, we basically just started last night. It's gonna take a while. Maybe if we're lucky, less than a week. Interesting thing though is that all the vials contain this insignia, the Ouroboros, as we learned last time. Do you know anything? Nothing in our lab research in our notes mentions anything. This is basically linked either to Jormungandr, or, well, it's just a thing. We don't know what the hell's going on here.
It's not linked to anything that actually exists. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
So what have you found? Is there anything you have?
Like I said, it's gonna take hopefully less than a week. We know it contains the smell of wet dog.
Dog.
That's the first thing all of us smelled.
In terms of, you know, the ambient temperature and the iron counts, anything like that come back? Anything like that come back yet?
No, not yet. What we could determine, though, however, there's like a 2% trace of blood?
Yeah.
Question mark? Blood in there?
Did I ever tell them about what I discovered when I tasted the blood?
You tell me.
don't
I didn't
actually
think you did.
so.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Because I tasted the blood.
And I tell him, and then I tell him, okay, that's fine. Here's my number. I give him my number, and I say, contact me the moment you find something.
Thank you. And he puts it in his pocket. And he goes back to liaising, like, he looks at Kyle and he's like, is there anything else? Kyle's like, no, I just showed him the monster house. And he laughs. He's like, this is not even half of it. And he turns around and he walks back and taking notes, conferring with the other people, and he disappears into one room, one of the two rooms, after a while. Like, after about 2 minutes, he disappears into one of the two rooms. And, and you're just left standing there. And one of the scientists, lady, comes up and is like, excuse me, can we help you?
Like, no, we've been helped, thanks. Can you just make sure that if you guys do find anything, find your four-eyed boss over there to give me a call?
Sure. And she smiles at you.
Shall we go off to the fight, Kyle?
What fight?
You don't know about the fight going on tonight?
No.
Okay, well, apparently it's there somewhere in close to John's place, you know.
Okay. He goes out, he leads you out, and you drive back to the shanty town, or the informal settlements, as they're now called.
Yeah. Politically correct.
Politically correct, yeah. Anyway, so you're on your way there. Olivia, what are you doing?
First let me see if I can catch another spider, because I'm determined.
How many do you want?
I need 8.
Okay, eventually you're gonna get 8. Okay, fuck it. We're not gonna let you roll for
Every
everyone.
time, D10, D10, okay.
No, no, no.
Looking for spiders.
Eventually you're gonna get 8.
Okay, so I got my 8. So what I'm going to do... What was I gonna do? I had a plan. I wanted to go back to Star's kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And go check around there, because remember there was those markings?
Yeah.
So...
It's about a 20-minute walk, so...
20 minutes.
Yeah. It's nighttime. I wonder...
Good exercise.
Oh, no, not a D200. D100, damn it. Oh, yeah, no, nothing frickin' happens.
Pleasant walk it is.
Pleasant walk it is. It's a nice area of town. From the gallery, it's a very, I want to call it a forested area of town. There's a lot of trees on both sides of the road, and the roads are frickin' wide in this part of town.
And are there any other strings along the way that I notice?
No, not necessarily. No, you don't notice any strings. When I'm talking wide, it's a normal road, both ways, two-way road. But if you park about 6 cars next to each other, that's how wide the road actually is.
Oh, wow, it's like a highway.
Yeah, it's almost like a highway. It's fucking big.
Okay.
And you walk up there. Nobody accosts you or anything. You get there, and it's empty. Well, empty aside from the gate that's there, that I explained last time.
Do you investigate or witness, see if I know anything? Yes.
Just hold up.
Is it just me, or is like this? Is everything?
That was not just you.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering
What?
Because it's me and.
Luna, are you still there? Yeah, Luna, are you still there?
Still here? Did I die?
Is it
Hello?
Luna?
Died.
It's Luna and Minnie May's side.
Yeah. Oh,
Yay!
There you go.
back. Jeez, M.
You're muted.
Holy.
Luna, you're muted.
Me?
I'm good.
Hi.
Okay, there we go.
Now?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, technical issues this episode. What the heck?
Oh, fucking hell.
It's one of those Monday type of Saturdays.
Yeah,
That's what this episode's gonna be. Technical issues.
I think I'm gonna call it that. Technical issues. Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's all
Technical.
good.
Oh goodness.
Okay, so where were we at?
You were at the top there. It was empty, no
Yeah.
cars. You look
So I
over
was
at the
gonna do
city.
awareness and wits, right?
Oh, you want to see if there's still occult stuff? Oh,
Yeah, I
you
just want
you
to see if there's anything special.
You find them. The signs on the rocks and everything are still there.
Okay. Do I see any of the emblem of the snake eating its tail?
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros?
No. This is just basically pure satanistic or satanic occultish
Okay, I was just
signs.
double-checking.
Yeah.
And there's no one here at all.
There's no one here at all. It's basically just... It's just
Dead
creepy.
end.
Maybe a couple
Dead.
used condoms somewhere, but yeah, it's basically... You walk around like, you know. But that's it.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just walk around while they do their stuff since dead end.
How long are you going to walk around for?
Probably about 20 minutes until I get up and
20
get
minutes?
bored.
Okay, roll me a... I need you to spot something. But you're walking around investigating, right?
Yeah.
So roll me intelligence investigation.
Intelligence, investigation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, investigation, intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oi! Oh.
Oh no, that's beautiful.
Wow.
That's beautiful. That's
shit.
beautiful.
That'll do it.
That's beautiful.
What's a mate? Oh, because I'm hungry. Got 2 hunger now, right?
No. That's beautiful. No, you succeed more than you should.
Oh, okay.
You do notice tracks.
Oh, yeah, just let me touch it. So, guys, I got a messy critical, so I got 4 successes and 2 hunger.
Yeah. And 2 of those successes are 10. So she technically... She's got 3 successes, but it counts as 4.
Counts as 4, yeah.
Yeah. You do notice tracks leading off in a certain direction down, away from the road and away from... Like, if you're looking towards the city, the road is to the right side of you.
Do I know what kind of tracks they are? Well,
It's human
are they
tracks.
hum-
It's human tracks. It's footprints, basically. And they lead off into a direction.
One direction?
Ah, yes, one direction.
Ha ha ha. Puns.
And they stop dead at... They stop dead between 2 trees.
2 trees.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like... do I get the feel of any, like, ritual being placed here?
For
Will
that,
there be oculate and awareness?
for that I'll need... Do you have aspects?
Aspects. Would that be a skill or
That's
trait?
a
That's a
discipline.
No, not that I know of. What is Artrix? One of
Aspects
Luna?
is shit that you can see. Yeah.
No, I don't think I have that.
Mm.
I have blood sorcery.
You
and
don't
compelling.
necessarily see the telltale signs of like the red thread, like boarding or whatever.
Mm.
What you did notice though on your way here is that the satanic symbols basically stopped like about 10 meters away from this point. You don't see
Okay.
any satanic symbols on rocks, spray painted on rocks or anything.
Okay, so I walk in between the trees. Does anything happen? Am I in Oz?
You walk between the trees, and you find yourself.
It's gonna be like Magikarp. Nothing happens.
You find yourself on the other side of these two trees.
Oh God, you're such a dick. You're such a dick. Okay.
But you do
And I
notice
look
your track.
around.
If you turn around and look, I'm gonna let this messy critical play out a little bit. Your tracks
Yeah.
do go through. It's not as if your track stopped. Yeah.
Okay. I look up in the tree. Do I see anything that maybe climb? Is there any broken branches? Any sign of like hustling through it?
Nope.
That's poopy. Okay, I guess go to the next person while I work out what the heck I'm gonna do with that.
Mhm.
Because you suck, and this is revenge, apparently.
No, it's there. You just need to know what to look for. Theodora, you're still busy working. What's going through your mind as you're putting up the finishing touches? Like, you realize with those rolls, you realize this is going to be a masterpiece. But what's going through the mind of Theodora?
Well, I don't think I've looked at it as a quite a whole yet, seeing as I'm just I'm zooming in on certain areas, just fine lining all the details, making sure the curves are nice and smooth, and what's also going through my head is everything ready for the event? Have I ordered enough champagne? Have I contacted the caterers? Have all the invitations been sent out properly by my assistants?
So for the organizational part of the thing, for the normal people, for non-kindred, that's sorted. You don't have to worry about that. For the vampire stuff, that's mostly sorted through Kyle. So you don't necessarily, for the event, you have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Technically. So you just focused on this artwork.
Alright, so I'm just focused on my piece.
Okay, cool.
And I'm just making sure that nothing is going to be seeping through anywhere. Nothing is going to protrude like a finger or a bone.
You don't want to let something protrude and give Kyle some second
Another
thoughts.
broken heart.
Yeah. No, okay, cool.
Let Minnie restock her blood bags before you started.
Oh fuck.
Oh wow, yeah. That's the other thing.
God damn it, Sean!
If Minnie was with you guys, she would have gotten some blood bags, but oops. So, John, it's about 45 minutes before the fight starts. The big thing is...
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted. The big thing
Alright.
is the... You can, like, as you're working in and around your domain or your haven, you do notice a lot of people start moving up into the certain direction where this open air ring
Alright, I'm gonna
is.
follow along.
You're gonna follow along. Roll me a wits and awareness, please.
Alright.
Please don't make the game fucking easy for yourself. Please.
That's what I try to do. A witness. Here we go.
Three successes, okay.
Out of 3. That's not bad.
We're lucky with these rolls.
Yeah, it's really 3 successes out of 3. It's not too bad. Wow.
Sorry, my dog got stuck in the bathroom. Is the music back on?
Yeah, the music
Okay.
is on. It's very soft in the background. Okay, cool. One person seems out of place
Okay.
in this crowd. In the people, like you're standing there. It's basically if you think about, oh, for fuck's sake, so what's that one movie called? Where it's not Fight Club, where Brad Pitt fights against someone else.
Oh, Snatched.
Snatch.
Yeah.
Snatched. Yeah, where
Yeah.
he plays this English-Irish dude.
You like Dugs,
You
that guy. You like Dugs.
like
Yeah.
Dags.
Where he plays the pikey, yeah.
Yeah. Those sort of areas cordoned off by people, and they're busy forming around this area. And on the one side, on the upper side, opposite of you, that's probably why you notice him. You see a dude. Now, again, please, international community, please don't crucify me for this. Okay, this is a predominantly black area. Like, you're one of 4 white people in this area.
Right.
You know? But there's another one over there. He is clean-shaven, average height and build with sunglasses, and a beige trench coat. And he's just watching... You know, he's just looking at everybody coming in. And he's wearing sunglasses, and it's nighttime.
Yeah. He's kind of being the most suspicious-looking guy in the room, almost to a fault.
Yeah. Almost to a fault. The way... He's... Okay. There are some people at night, like fashion sense, we're dressing up in sunglasses and whatnot. Sort of like a wrestling type of thing. You know, when they wrestle or whatever. But this is the only white guy that's got the sunglasses on. Right. Normally they don't do that here.
And if he was part of the scene, I would recognize him. And
yeah, you would have recognized him. You've spent enough time here. You never heard anyone describe this person. You've never heard anything. Maybe it's just a talent scout.
Maybe. I'm going to keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be hard. It's kind of like tracking a cue ball on a pool table.
Yeah.
So, going to keep an eye on him for a minute and just watch the... and go talk to my guy.
Go talk to...
the boy who's fighting.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack. You meet up with him. Oh, by the way, Sean, you arrive at John's place. John isn't there, but there's some people moving in a direction. And Carl tells you, listen, I gotta be places and do stuff and kill people and hunt and whatever. So, I'll see you.
Be places, do stuff, kill people.
Like, I just yell at him, invite me next time, and I wave at him, and just like follow the masses, see where they lead me, hopefully to the fight.
Cool. So you're walking to there. You get to the fight, you don't see John anywhere. John, there's a section, like, it's literally how this thing is set up. It's an open space between 6 or 7 houses. And on the one side of the house, on the one side is Jack and his lackeys, for lack of a better term. His trainers and everything is there. And on the other side, you'd suggest, you'd think, okay, the other guy's over that side. You know, they're hyping each other. They've got their hype men going there and talking them and their coaches and everything. And Jack stands there, and the one guy's like, yeah, man, you can fucking do it. You can knock him out. You can fucking, you do this. You kick him. You don't kick him in the nuts, okay? You can't kick here. You need to be on your game today. Remember, Bob and Weave. And they talk about, you know, fighting terms and everything, blah, blah, blah. And Jack notices you, and he's like, John?
Yeah?
And fancy seeing you here.
I don't want to miss it.
Man, you've never missed one of my fights as far as I remember.
Nope.
And you're my lucky charm. I'm glad you're here tonight. You're my lucky charm. And... Insight, and... I want to say what's insight, yeah. What's insight there on your part?
2 out of 3.
He is 2 successes. He is definitely He's saying this more. He doesn't mean it as much as he used, you know. When you speak to his friends, they're like, yeah, you're his lucky charm, blah blah blah. Everybody accepts it, but
Right.
it's as if he's just saying it tonight without any real meaning behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's you know, you get like his intentions behind the words aren't really there. Where in the past
Gotcha.
it was there, yeah. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm ready for this, and can't wait for this fight to be over, and then we can move on and up, and everything. Any tips you want to give me?
Do I know anything about the guy he's fighting?
It's an up-and-comer. What was his name? The Destructor, someone. That's basically all you picked up.
Stevens,
Got it.
Stephen, saying.
Yeah,
Something,
John
whatever,
the
got it,
Destructor
yeah.
Stevens or something was his name.
Yeah.
You've never heard of this guy? The picture on the pamphlet is actually the guy's built. Slightly
Right.
more so than Jack.
Alright.
You know, this
Don't
guy's
worry
probably got...
This is your neighborhood. This is your crowd. He's coming onto your turf, so he's going to be distracted. All you have to do is get in there, move fast, get that first shot, and keep him on his back foot.
Yeah, no, definitely. And he, you know, he does the whole thing there.
Yep.
Shows you how much I know about sport.
That's all right.
Yeah. And his other guys are like, yeah, you know, you got to just remember that one thing we practiced. You got to just try and pull that off maybe as early as possible. You know, try and, like he said, on his back foot. Like, yeah. And he's busy warming up and everything. And eventually, do you want to leave? Do you want to stay there and to see him enter the
No, I'm
ring?
gonna head back around to the front. I'm gonna keep an eye on the guy, and I want to see if anybody else approaches him at all.
Okay. Sean, after a while of standing there and looking around, you can't see over the people because you're fucking 11. So you're just like looking between people. They kind of move away from you. You know, they kind of... And you're quiet as all hell, so they freak out when they see you and they're like, whoa, kid. And eventually you... How would you... You bump into this big guy and you look up and it's John.
Oh,
You made it.
like, hi! You're a lot taller than I remember.
There's a guy on the other side of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
White dude, trench coat, glasses.
Right.
Don't look, but keep an eye on him.
Okay. And I just like keep him in my peripherals. Like standing around trying to hide myself from him.
You pull that off quite easily. There's about 100 people in total here.
Good
around
crowd.
the ring. Yeah, around the, like, forming the ring area.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you
I
hear...
mean, I've worked smaller rooms than that, so that ain't bad.
Yeah. Well, it's basically... It's small for the amount of people that's in this area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's quite a... There could be more, but it's basically just... It's an open field with people. Basically, as much people that can fit in the field within a reasonable sized area for the ring in the middle.
Mm.
That's it. A couple of people brought some chairs and tables to stand on top of, to look into the fight and everything. What do you do exactly, Sean? When you say you keep an eye on this guy, do you move somewhere? Do you just look at him?
Start humping his leg.
hold his hand.
What do you do? Should I give you a couple of minutes and go to someone else? Sean? Can he hear me?
Yes, you.
Sean?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, what do you do?
Oh, me? I thought
Yeah.
you were talking to John.
No, I'm saying Sean the whole time. I'm waiting for you. I'm like, Sean? Sean?
I heard John.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
like
I think
contemplating.
my
I thought he
internet
was
connection
really
like,
seriously.
cutting out there for
Yeah.
some reason.
Listen, the
Well,
thing
I
is,
pull on-
John can do something, but people will notice him more than they do you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I pull on his shirt and I was like, so what do you want me to do? Do you want me to see if I can get close enough without getting, spotted? See what
Yeah.
he's up to?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. And I
Don't
maneuver
be
my way.
obvious.
Yeah. So I maneuver my way through the crowd. I keep staying in his blind spot, keeping a vigilant eye on him. Like trying to spot him up and down, see if he's maybe hiding anything under this trench coat of his.
Mm-hmm. Roll me
Maybe there's something off about him that I
a stealth
Notice.
dex, please.
stealth dex. Ah, fuck you.
Wait, what happened?
Messi
Messi
critical.
critical. Six successes,
Messi
2 hunger.
critical.
I mean, 6 successes.
Okay, what I'm gonna do. You just gain another point of hunger.
Yeah, I'm up to 3 now.
If blood starts
wait,
We all
flowing,
need to
Automatically
eat
add
more
one.
often.
if blood starts flowing, you're gonna have some trouble. I'm just saying.
And it's a
You
boxing
know-
match, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort that shit out, Sean.
But anyway, no, you succeed brilliantly. With 6 successes, he doesn't notice you. You can literally stand next to him, he won't notice you. But I'm pretty sure you make sure there's like a person between you and him.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people between you and him so that you have a little bit of a barrier.
Yeah.
You notice a couple of people stands in front of him, John. So from your perspective, you just see him stand there. Someone stands next to him, speaks to him. He nods his head.
Do I
Sean,
recognize the guy that talked to him?
it's the guy came from the other guy's corner, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he nods. And Sean, on your side, what you see, like between the two people in front of you, you hear them talk, and it's like, so it's gonna happen in the 3rd round.
I knew it.
And the
I knew
guy's
this is
like,
where you were going with
and
it.
the guy's like, yep. But depends on whether or not you brought it. And a
Like,
brown
yeah,
envelope
broke up
gets handed
already.
in between them. What you can see between the other 2 people.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, cool. And you see the other guy speaking to him, John, he just leaves. And he nods. The beige shirt guy, beige trench coat guy just nods the whole time.
Mhm.
And he lights up a cigar and he starts smoking it. And he's just looking around. And after a while, someone else comes up to him and talks about roughly the same things. Like he says, when's it gonna happen? Okay, cool, it's gonna happen in this round, and then they hand him money and weird shit. That's 2 or 3 times it happens with Sean that hears that, and you see 2 or 3 other people coming up to the guy and just moseying around in the crowd again. One of them actually moves past you, John.
Okay. John.
John. And yeah, after a couple of minutes, announcer comes into the ring. He says something in a tribal language that I won't try and emulate because I don't know anything.
Of course, sounds pretty hard, to be honest.
Yeah, he's like, basically translated, it's, hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to see, crap, what's Jack's name? Jack of the Bushveld. Yeah, Jack of the Bushveld. To face off against John the Destructor Stevens, and it's gonna be amazing, and it's promising to be an entertaining fight. And they start listing off the things that the Destructor, the feats that he had, 3 or 4 fights that he've won, and they start listing off Jack's feats, which basically every fight he's been in was, well, he's been in 10 fights. They list off 9. That's been amazing, you know.
Fair enough.
And the announcer is like, will this be the night? Will this be the... will 10 be Jack's number? Or will 10 always be out of his reach? And the crowd roars a bit and everything. And they walk in. Both of them square off. They start fighting. Man, Jack is in as good a shape as he's ever been. He basically, now I've actually written some of it down here. First round comes out. Man, it's just a back and forth the whole time. He lands a couple of punches, the other guy lands a couple of punches, and after the end of the first round, nothing is decided. You don't see Jack getting tired. The other guys also not getting tired. They're into this. And second round comes. Same thing. They sidestep around each other. Jack lands a hit, though, in the second round on the guy's nose. And you hear a couple of gasps and blood start splurting out of the guy's nose.
Yep.
And Sean has a problem.
And Sean is beginning to have a problem. Could you roll me a...
I need a willpower roll now.
Just a quick thing. It's very tasty. That's what the voice in your head says. Just smell that. It's very... You're not a vegan, are you?
No.
You're not a vampire vegan.
No.
Okay, so you don't feed off of animals.
No.
Okay, that's not your preferred thing. I'm just making sure. It's very tasty.
What am I looking for again?
It's very,
Something
very
composure.
tasty. It
Something
is
composure.
basically what you need to roll.
Isn't it just frenzy?
You need to resist the beast.
Yes.
Now,
Oh, so it's willpower.
if you can roll me your willpower.
Come on, Sean, don't fuck up.
It's just
Fuck the
above
willpower.
skills. It's just above skills.
Between skills and traits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Willpower. God.
How do you fight the beast back? If this voice speaks to you, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me
How do
how
I
you
fight
fight him
back?
back. Yeah, like he's like, ooh, that's
Um,
tasty. Wouldn't it taste just
I say no.
delicious?
This is not the way that we normally do this. And besides, if something does happen, the mistress will probably have my head on a pike, and I will get an earful from, Theodora as well.
You fight back the beast. You fight back the beast. Barely. Barely you fight back the beast. You're still enough in control to like, listen here, fucker. Logically, think about this. You want me to fuck up?
Okay, thank God.
You've tamed the beast for now.
Okay, I'm going back to John right now.
Okay.
I'm going back to John, and I run up to him. I tell him, it's like, look, listen, something's gonna happen apparently in the third round. The dude not only took money from a bunch of people, but I saw a brown envelope and I couldn't tell what was in it.
Okay.
And I need to get the fuck out of here.
All right. Go take care of yourself.
Okay. And
Don't
I run
die.
off. And I run off, hopefully to find somebody to feed on.
Okay, cool. Just quickly tell me what's your predator type?
Sandman.
Oh, when you're sleeping.
Oh, you need people that sleep.
Yeah.
Oof.
We're in a rural area. There should be some.
Someone
homeless people
sleeping on the
lying
side of the
around.
road.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that is actually a fucking thing. Unfortunately, in this area of town.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that also means they're out in the open.
They're out in the open, yeah, because they sleep away from the lights, but still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you tell me odds or evens and then roll me a d10.
Oh God.
Odds or evens, tell me first.
Odds.
Okay, roll a d10.
Is it forward slash
R d10.
R?
Yeah. Cool. For those of
I
you
am one lucky bastard.
For those of you watching at home, for those of you watching on YouTube, I'm not gonna go into detail of how they roll. I just basically, in my mind, are they successful in this? Yes, they are. Then they get to feed without anything happening. I don't generally. I like if you explain to me how you feed once, it's cool, and then in cases like this, they just feed, just to let you know, because there's an entire system developed around this, and I'm like, you know what, just let it go, just go with it. It takes you about 40 minutes to find someone to feed on. Yeah, it's a while. In those 40 minutes, the fight continues on. John, the fight continues on. And as you're keeping an eye on this guy and on Jack, you constantly see, like, every now and again, well, constantly, like, there's 3 or 4 times where Jack looks over at this guy, and the guy just nods, and he fights, and every now and, like, once he catches your eye, Jack sees you, and you can see he is literally, like, you could see, like, a pained expression on his face. And second round finishes, third round begins, and it is a fight. You can see he's really... You've seen this before. You've done this. He's faking it. He's putting in a lot of effort. He's overexerting himself, trying to get into the Destructor. And about 20 seconds before the end of the third round, the Destructor gets in a punch. And it knocks him out.
Right.
Knocks him out.
Yeah. Yeah, he took a dive.
Yeah, he took a dive. And the crowd is cheering the whole time, and the moment that happened, you could literally hear about 70% of the crowd going, oh, I can't breathe in because then I'm going to cough, but they gasp, like, oh, shit, oh. And his trainer and his lackeys come in, picks him up and drag him outside, and they say the winner is this guy and everything, and blah, blah, blah. And everybody's pissed and depressed and angry, and some people are happy, and the guy in the beige coat just moves along with the crowd.
I'm going to try to tail him.
Okay.
Or we can pick up there next week if you want.
Let's pick up there next week.
That's probably best.
Mainly because technical issues.
Yeah, and that could go into a whole nother scene. So
yeah, technical
Yeah, that'll take a
issues, and people need to eat, and I need to eat actually. I haven't eaten yet today, and it's 8 o'clock at night already. Yeah, we'll end on that. Just a quick question. I'm gonna do this here. So, I'm gonna ask this question to all of you, and whoever wants to go first, say aye. What is...
Nay.
I need an answer from all of you. What is one thing that someone else did in this game, in tonight's session, that you liked?
That I liked.
Yeah. Like the way they acted, something, the way they, whatever, you know.
The character interplay between Theodora and Olivia, so a half point for each.
Mhm.
I was actually gonna say the same. I really love that. That
Well, there you
interaction.
go. You pick one, I'll pick the other, and then we're done.
That bicker.
Job's done.
Yeah. I was gonna give it to Luna for putting up with all my comments, so she kept the character the whole time.
Mhm.
Gonna give it to Olivia for her interaction as well.
Well, there we
Good.
go. 2 and 2.
So the girls win the stream, hands down.
The girls win the stream, yeah.
She threw me off so much. I
know, I'm sorry, but you
I
can't
wanted
do
to
it.
say, and then she started doing something. I forgot what I wanted to say, and I just.
You see, that's because like my character is supposed to not have no social skills because her whole life she was isolated from the rest of society, so she never was raised with like social interaction. And then when she did get to the next step, she was raised by this like hell on heels road vampire. So she's just out of it. Like she doesn't care what she does; she just goes for what she wants to do. So
I was going to give the point to the creepy stalker in the back of Olivia's screen, but he never actually said anything.
Yeah.
stayed in character for a long time.
What I must say is what I thought about Minnie's interaction with I'm sitting on the sink. I think it's Cowboy Bebop, that fluid lady.
Yes.
Like the moment she did
Oh
that,
my
the moment she's like, I sit on the sink, I just imagined her going like into a shape and just sit on the sink. But okay, cool, yeah.
The weirdest moment of that anime.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, everybody. We're back here next week, hopefully with less technical issues. I'm gonna sort out this whole rolling thing, hopefully before next week.
Yay.
I have
But-
an idea for that. I can tell you after.
Okay, yeah, cool. But thank you everybody for watching. We're at the end. It's already 8 o'clock. I can't believe time flew by that quickly.
Yeah, jeez, that just went.
Holy balls. Yes, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for all those hosts and the resub there and the cheers there. Thank you. And this video will go live on Monday, I believe. This particular video on my YouTube. And of course, the Patreons can expect the after show VOD on Tuesday, if I remember correctly. Don't forget to support each and every one of us over at our respective Twitch channels. Thank you. And if you want to support us again, you know, go to patreon.com/City of Thorns. Yeah. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us. Luna, Minnie-May, Luna, Minnie-May, Second Class, and Jared. Thank you all. And we'll see you next week, Saturday, for some more vampire shenanigans. Have a good one. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Bye, guys.
Wave awkwardly!
Waiting simulator.
Bye.